Okay, guys, welcome to lesson number 4. Okay, so today we're going to look at Tesla. That's one of the top 5 stocks that we picked, guys, during our previous lesson. If you guys didn't watch the previous lesson, lesson number 3, go ahead and watch it. This series, as I told you, this is the only trading course that you guys need, especially for beginners. This is the only trading course you need. If you master this strategy that we are going to teach you, that we are teaching you, okay, and if you master the strategy and if you master the discipline that I am sharing with you guys, our coaches are sharing with you guys from all over the world, if you master the discipline, so you need the discipline, you need this simple strategy. Simplicity is call to success, okay? Why am I saying that? Some of us have been online for many, many years, okay, since 1998. Some of the coaches have been in the Smart Wolf Club for many, many years, 18 years, 17 years, 15 years. Combined years of experience is over 1,000, okay? So we are bringing a boatload of experience. So when it comes to trading, there are 3 points, and I have talked about this in all the lessons, okay? There are 3 points that make people fail. It's lack of a simple strategy, okay? You keep jumping from one strategy to another, okay? Simple strategy. If you lack a simple strategy, if your strategy is complicated, difficult, too many lines, too many indicators, too many unknowns, okay? Too many unknowns, too many loose ends, okay? Then you're not going to be successful. Whether you're trading Forex, crypto, stocks, options, other things, other commodities, metals like gold, silver, platinum, other commodities like oil, wheat. I know some of you are big time into Forex and indices, NAS 100, US 30. Some of you are into trading binary options. Okay, again, if you lack a simple strategy, if you lack a routine, okay, what time of the day do you normally get up and trade? Okay, now if you have a haphazard routine, okay, we can't even call it a routine if it is haphazard. Sometimes you're trading in the morning, sometimes you're trading in the evening, sometimes you're trading in the afternoon. You're gonna miss out the niceties, the juicy part. Okay, you're exposing yourself to too much risk. Okay, if you have a haphazard way of trading. So the time is key. So there is the element of time, a simple trading strategy, and then of course, number 3 is the famous risk management. Okay, now the risk management bit comes with time. So initially you may lose as a beginner because you're trying to find your sweet spots. So we see a lot of beginners losing or blowing up accounts. That's why when you're starting to trade, we always tell you don't risk more than you can afford to lose, okay? Because you can lose your entire account. I've seen students blow massive accounts. I've seen students blow small accounts. I've seen people blow their accounts in just one simple trade or simple move, stupid move, and the account is gone. So always when you're starting your trading, when you're testing a new strategy, when you're doing a new routine, you're adopting a new routine, then you don't want to put too much at stake. You don't want to risk too much, okay? And we're going to get into the risk management as we go along, but we're going to be spilling these beans as we go along the training. And that's why I'm telling you guys, make sure one thing you can do for yourself, this is the only day trading strategy, day trading course that you need, okay? Forget about everything else. Just focus on this and do exactly what we tell you, okay? Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer before we proceed. Whatever I'm going to share with you guys here is not financial advice or investment advice. And know that anything that involves trading or online marketing or selling is risky, and you can lose your entire investment or part of it. There's a potential. So always go into this with money that you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, please don't put it on any of these tradings. Now, I'm going to share some results during the training, the course, in the future courses or previous courses, if we share any results, these are our students or our coaches, and they are not typical results. Okay, we do not guarantee any results because we don't control the markets. We have no inside information. We're just doing our best to increase our probability of making successful trades. Okay, so we're going to be looking for Tesla today. So Tesla right here, you can see Tesla. The symbol is right here, TSLA. Okay, it's listed on the NASDAQ. Okay, Tesla is one of those technology stocks, massive stock, fairly volatile, as you can see. So we are going to have a refresher on our strategy. Okay, our strategy is a very simple strategy, and this is all our coaches are using at the moment in the group, in the Smart Wolf Lab. This is what our students are using, and it is so simple that most of you, when you see it, you're gonna think it does not work. But trust me, we're seeing excellent results. We've been seeing excellent results, and a lot of our students are doing great. Okay, so here is what we're gonna do with this strategy. I'm gonna just jump into this strategy, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch our previous lesson. This is lesson 3, and that's what I'm telling you guys. These lessons build onto each other. If you missed lesson 1, some of the things we'll be dealing with in lesson 2 were discussed in lesson 1. So if you miss lesson 2, lesson 3, then you jump into lesson 3, then some of the things that we are talking about in lesson 3 were discussed in lesson 2. That's why I want you to go just like flowing, okay? So don't miss lesson 1, watch lesson 1, watch lesson 2, watch lesson 3, and if you don't understand something, bookmark the whole playlist and go back and watch it again at your leisure, free time. You may have to watch this several times. You may have to listen to what I'm saying a couple times for it to make sense, okay? Remember, Rome was not built in one day. It's a journey, okay? A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So the first step is for you to start watching video number 1, okay? We do the introductions. We spend a lot of time talking about the mindset crap, okay? The mindset, excuse my French, the mindset BS that everybody talks about, but it is so important that if you miss that part, you're never going to be a successful trader. So the mindset piece is so key. That's what they talk about, psychology, the psychology of trading, the psychology of trading, the psychology of online money-making businesses, because you have to understand the psychology behind it, okay? First, you have to keep your greed in check, okay? Your greed in check, because you can get yourself crushed if you're greedy, okay? So those are some of the things that I'm saying. Go watch video 1, 2, 3, 4, and the playlist is right here. If you guys don't know where the playlist is, here is the playlist. It's called Free Pro Trading Course, and I'm going to put a link below the video. And this is the first video right here, okay? A couple of days ago, we started here. It says lesson 1, the only day trading strategy, free course you need to start. It's free. And you can see this is capitalized, free, because most people are used to paying for courses and programs. No, you don't need the good ones. You don't need to pay for them. They are free. Okay, we're giving it for free. And the reason we're doing this is because during the pandemic, it really touched our hearts. We saw our friends, relatives, neighbors lose their entire investments, their jobs, their businesses because of the closure and restrictions. So we decided we're going to give back to the community and share these skills, because these are skills. Once you learn this skill, you can make money at will, when you sleep, when you're awake, when you're away, when you're traveling, when you're at the beach, when you're at the airport, all you need is an internet connection, okay? And trust me, there's 6 billion cell phones out there with internet access. So you can be out there somewhere in the Bundus, and you have your cell phone, and you can be taking trades, and you can be paying for your bills, making money to pay for your bills. But we must all master this strategy, okay? Trading is not as easy as some people make it sound. And again, it's not as voodoo type as some people make it sound. It's not magic. You have to learn the skills and practice, okay? So the first lesson, guys, this is just a quick refresher reminder. We talked about trading. We talked about the introduction, so you get to know who we are, the Smart Wolf Club guys. Now, if you've not subscribed to the Smart Wolf Club, go ahead and do that right now. And also like our videos, share this, because we want to, with your help, we can reach as many people as possible. Our goal is to help as many brothers and sisters learn some of these skills, okay? Some of our members, Smart Wolf Club, are professionals, very serious professionals. We have engineers, we have doctors, stay-home moms, we have authors, we have internet sofa, wannabe gurus. We have all kinds of people. We have tree surgeons, we have farmers, we have students, career students. We have all kinds of people in a group, okay? Some of them are extremely busy. So I'm going to show you that it doesn't take much time for you to make a trade and make some money trading or lose some money trading, because it's either way. You can make money or lose money, but how much you lose is very, very important, and how much money you make is very, very important. That's when we talk about the risk to reward ratios, because there's some element of risk to reward ratio. Key. That's a very key statement that I would want you guys to remember now. Start remembering this. In our future lessons, we're going to be diving deep into this, because once you understand that there is a potential of you, there are possibilities that you come into the market and you actually lose. You take an option trade and it goes the other way around and you lose money. And then some of you get, oh, I just lost money. Why? Maybe you didn't do a proper risk management. You risked more than you could afford to lose. Okay, somebody has $100 in his account and they're going to risk the whole $100 and they'll blow the whole account. Okay, so that is not proper risk management. And that's how we have students coming in who have lost thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars online trading. Okay. And the only way we can help you is streamline your thoughts. And the only way we can do that is giving you a strategy that we are using, and simple enough for you to implement every single day. Develop the routine. So we can tell you the best time that we trade, so you can also copy. Okay. And also the type of stocks that we are looking at. For those of you who are into stock trading, and now for those of you who are into Forex, we're going to get into those lessons. For those of you who are into options, stock options, we're going to get into those lessons during this series. So make sure you subscribe and bookmark this playlist right here. We are building onto this playlist, and right here is the link. It says, okay, this was lesson 1. So if we go to lesson 2, you can see we already created a playlist. Here is lesson 2. If you missed lesson 2, how to trade stocks for beginners. This is key because it forms the basis of our lessons that we are on right now. So you go here and you can see down here it has the watch the Pro Trading free course playlist right here. It's right there. And then here is also the resources that you must have. You need to have the TradingView account. So you can use that link below this video and sign up. You just need your name and your email address. Keep away your credit card at the moment, because you don't need to subscribe to anything. You just use the free tier for now until you're getting more comfortable and you want to use more of their resources. Then you can subscribe. It's just a cup of coffee. But I know we have students here from all over the world. We have one of our coaches on here is Mr. Singh from Bombay, India. Some of these guys live under $1 per day. Malemala is on here from Cape Town, South Africa. We have Omosas from Lagos, Nigeria. He's been with us for over 17 years with a huge group. So some of these guys live under $1 per day. So $9 or $10 a month is a big chunk of their income. All right, study candlesticks. Okay, again, very important to know the candlesticks. And here is the resource. It's free. Okay, Baby Pips. Now, when some people see Baby Pips, they know, oh, we know all about that. It's Forex. Okay, yes, but the candles are still the same. Okay, the meaning of the candles is still the same. And we don't want you to memorize all these candlestick patterns. Okay, all we need for you to know is that you need to know when it is green, for example, it's a bullish candle. When it is red, it means bearish. Sellers are more than the buyers. When you have more buyers, the stock opens down here and it closes up here. Okay, if I bring a board, so if let's say that's a candle, let's go to a candle. This is just a refresher for those of you who are joining me for the first time here, and we're going to jump into the Tesla and see what type of a trade we could have taken today. So let's say that's a candle, and let's say this is green. Okay, so it's a green candle. So if it is green, okay, let's see if I have a all right, here's green. Nope, I didn't mean that. I did not mean that. Okay, there we go. This is the one I want to paint green. So guys, I'm learning how to use this board. Let's see if we can paint it green. Yeah, this board here, green. Nope, nope. So we paint this board green. Okay, so that candle, let's say that candle is green. Okay, so assume that's a green candle. Okay, you go to the charts and you see a green candle right there. Let's say you see this green candle. You guys can see that candle right there. This candle is green. Okay, green candle. So that means the stock opened down here and it closed up here. More buyers. If you remember our lesson 1, demand and supply, when we have more buyers, what happens to the price? Guys, this is just a basic economic class. Doesn't matter whether you skipped your economic classes, the basic economic class. But you understand that if there are more buyers in the market, what happens to the price of the product? If we are all going to buy this one car, all of us want this car, what happens to the price? The price goes up, right? The dealers are going to increase the price because there's more demand. So exactly, that's what happens with stock. It just mimics human behavior. If more people are interested in buying Tesla at this particular point here, this 1 minute here, this is a 1 minute chart. So each candle here represents 1 minute, okay? What happened to the stock during that one? So these candles tell us a big story, and you have to understand this story behind each one of these candles. And that's why we need to know the type of candles. So when you see it, you know what story it is telling you. When you come here, the best traders, by looking at these candles, they can tell a story. They can write a whole chapter about what is going on in the market right now by just looking at this candle. If you look at this big, massive red candle here, okay, you can see it gapped, literally jumped from here, dropped all the way down here. So that means at one point, this 1 minute here, Tesla was 270.37. One stock, Tesla, was 270.37 cents US dollars. Okay. And the next minute, after just a minute, it dropped all the way to 256, 255 right here. I can see, you see where it is? My cursor is 255.93. It dropped. Okay. That means more people sold. When there's more sellers, supply is high, what happens to the price? The price tanks. And that's exactly what happened to this stock. More people were selling their stock. Maybe there was some news, or the sellers were trying to lower the price, or they decided to sell. There could be even institutions trying to dump their stock so that they can buy it at a cheaper price. Okay, just create that emotional, that feeling in the market that, oh, Tesla is going down, so more people, retail, somebody like me and you can sell their stock, and therefore they can buy it at a discount, at a cheap price. That could be these are called market movers. They decide to do that. They can dump the stock, so the prices go down much, much lower, and then they're going to buy it at a lower price and ride it up all the way to their targeted price. Okay, so this could be a manipulation, or it could be some adverse news, maybe something. We're going to be looking at news in our lessons, coming future lessons. I'm going to show you where to go and look for news, especially for pro traders. Those of you who are taking it to the next level. Sometimes you have to go out into the market and see what type of news is there. FOMC, the feds, the lawmakers, the natural catastrophes, disasters, wars, aggression, all those things, countries, tariffs, whatever, any adverse, negative, anything that can affect the markets will have an impact on stocks, because this is people. Stocks just represent human behavior, how we feel. Okay, we wake up one morning, you feel like you want to sell, everybody starts selling, FOMOing in, everybody's scared and they dump their stock, the price tanks, and you can see there was a massive candle here. Now, some people did make millions right here because they took a short sale, okay? They analyzed correctly and they realized, okay, most people are going to dump this stock, and maybe they entered there and got out here, made tons of money, okay? So when the stock is going down, people make money. When the stock is going up, people make money. Buy, sell options, or buy options. So there's all manners of, or short the stock, or have a long trade on the stock. So you can short the stocks when they're going down, make money, or you can make money while the stock's going up. So let's look at our strategy. Okay, so we're going to be talking about this many times. So what is the time that we trade, guys? So this was the green candle. Let me just finish this, and then we jump into the times, and then we're going to take a trade with Tesla and see. So green candle means it starts down there and closes up here. So this is the close, this is the open. Now this candle could be 1 minute, this candle could represent 1 hour, this candle could represent 4 hours, this candle could represent days, a day, a week, a month. All right? For swing traders, now for day traders, probably it's representing at most a minute. Those of you who just want to get into the market, take a trade, and within a few minutes or hours, you're done. Okay, this candle could be representing a minute. There are cases where we even trade second candles, 1 second. Okay, you go into the market for 3 seconds, boom, you're done. Take an option trade, 3 seconds, you're out. So this candle can represent a unique, it's a unit of time, okay, and it tells us a story. It tells us what happened during that time. So the stock opened, Tesla opens down here, closes up here, we have a green candle. Now sometimes the buyers push it up, but then the sellers push it down, and then it leaves a shadow at the top, or what they call a wick, okay? So that means at one point, the Tesla stock was all the way up here, but then the sellers came in and pushed it all the way down here. So it closed at that point. So what does it leave? A shadow, okay? That means at one point, the story is the Tesla stock was up here, but then the sellers overpowered the buyers for some time and pushed it all the way down here. And that's why we have some candles, they have wicks. You can see there's a wick right here. This is a green candle with a wick at the top. So that means at some point, boom, it was all the way up. If we make it bigger, let me make it enlarge this so you guys can see the story. You can see here, this candle is green, but it does have a small wick at the top. So that means at some point, it started down here, went all the way up, and then the sellers pushed it down, and it closed a little bit lower, leaving a wick at the top, wick, W-I-C-K, which is like a shadow, okay? Same thing here, you can see at the bottom, okay? So that means at some point, it started over there. At some point, the sellers pushed it all the way down, and then the buyers came much stronger and pushed it all the way up. Okay, so then it closed up there. So at a certain point, the sellers were really coming in, pushing it down, but the buyers said no, they woke up and pushed it all the way up here, the price closing a little higher than it started. And so we are left with a shadow down here, and of course, the big candle body right there. Now, that's why we'd like you guys to master some of these common ones, and we only need a few of them, 3 or 4, maximum 5 candles. So you know you can identify these patterns and what story they're telling. And that's why I would like you guys to spend a lot of time during this training to go and look at this resource here. It's called Baby Pips. There are many other resources out there giving you candle patterns and all that, but you don't need to memorize all those. You can have these saved somewhere, and you can do a quick refresher if you don't understand. Let's say you come here and see a candle and you're wondering what type of a candle is that. You can quickly come and reference. This can be your reference tool, and you can see what does it say. Strong selling pressure. If you see something, a fat red candle like this one here was a strong selling pressure, and I already told you that the sellers were really into pushing this down. Probably the market makers decided, you know what, we want to buy Tesla at a lower price. So what do? They create a selling frenzy. Okay, they scare the market. Everybody starts selling. It dumps the price from 270 to 255, and then they probably jump in. So they're buying it at a discount now. Sometimes it's when people are selling like this, it's good to buy because then it's going to come back and you're going to ride it all the way to Valhalla, and bank big time. Okay? So it's not always negative when when the price is falling or when the market is going negative down. It's not always a negative thing. Sometimes it's a positive thing, especially for people who are willing to buy, because you can wait until the price comes down to your level, your best sweet spot, and you can enter the market. Then buy it at a discount rather than buying at the top and then you're stuck at the top. Okay? So you want to buy low, sell high. Always. That is the principle. If you buy low and sell high, you're going to make profit. But if you buy low and sell lower, my goodness, you're going to make a loss. And that's how most people lose when we take trades, because you take a trade for, let's say, a long trade going up, and then all of a sudden it goes low. What happens? You hit your stop loss and you lose that trade. Okay? All right? So I've mentioned stop losses, and then there's what we call take profits. We're going to dive deep into those in our next lessons. Right now, I just want to introduce you guys to the stocks, the best time we trade, and the simple strategy that we use, which we call the breakout retest strategy. Now, did we invent this in the Smart Wolf Club? No, but we have perfected it because we make that our bread and butter strategy, okay? Some people will talk about it. Some people introduce it to you. Some gurus will show that, but they have other million things going on, and it's just totally confusing. But clear, make your chart as clean as it is. You can see I don't have any bells and whistles on here. All I have is my red and green candle. That's all I have. And then what do I do? What is the best time to trade? We have already agreed, okay? So this was the green candle. Let's look at the red candle. The red candle was this one here. Let's look at the red candle. That's the red candle. Let's say that's the red candle. Okay, again, the red candle is a bearish candle. That means the stock opens up here. So open is at the top and it closes at the bottom. Now, sometimes you have a wick at the bottom and sometimes you have a wick at the top. So a wick at the bottom means at some point, the stock started up here, shot up all the way down here, and then the buyers came in a little bit and pushed it, and it closed right there. So what does it leave here? A shadow. Same thing here. The stock opened here, okay? It started here. The buyers pushed it up, but the sellers were overpowered the buyers, and they pushed it all the way down, leaving a wick at the top. Okay, that's why we end up with these shadows. These are just shadows telling us a story about what happened at this time. And this candle can represent 1 minute, 1 hour, 3 hours, whatever time frame you want, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 month, 1 week, 1 year, doesn't matter. If you're a swing trader, probably it represents a day or a week. You know, some people take a trade and they go away for 6 months, okay, because they took a massive, so they are probably analyzing the weekly candle times, weekly or monthly candle times. So they take a trade now and forget about it for a whole year, okay? So that is a basic introduction about candles, okay? So I'm going to clear this and we're going to jump into Tesla, okay? Clear the board. So today we are looking at Tesla, one of our interest, the 5 stocks, guys, you remember, that we looked at. And somebody may ask, how did you just pick up on Tesla? Very simple. If you're a beginner, you don't know about these stocks, just go to AI, okay? That's why AI comes in. I know most people are scared of AI. They don't even trust AI. But trust me, the sooner you embrace AI, this is not going away. It's going to be here. It's going to live with us. It's already taking effect. Some people are talking about, oh, my jobs are going to be taken by AI. Just learn how to use AI. Learn how to leverage AI, okay? And that's why in the beginning, lesson 1, I deliberately spend time showing you how we can leverage AI. Like, for example, I can speak and they write, okay? I would be speaking now and the AI is actually writing, transcribing, okay? I showed you, and it's free, some of those tools. I showed you can just go to ChatGPT using a proper prompt, because that is where the problem is. People don't know how to write the prompts, but if you know how to write the prompt, so we used a prompt that allowed us to find out the top 5 volatility is important, volatile, large stocks that we can trade, the first 5. And we were given 5 of them. In NVIDIA, the one we looked at in lesson 3, if you missed lesson 3, go and watch it. We talk about NVIDIA. Now we're talking about Tesla. Next lesson, we're going to talk about the other one and the other one and the other one. 5 lessons will be done with the 5 stocks. So right now we're looking at Tesla, and the symbol is right here. If you don't know the symbol, it's right here. Let's go here. You'll see the symbols are right here. TSLA, Tesla. Okay, Tesla. All right. So what is the best time to trade? Okay, again, I'm repeating this. 9:30 a.m. is when we trade in the Smart Wolf Club, 9:30 a.m. to about 11 a.m. Now, this 11 a.m. here depends on how the market is. Sometimes you come in here, you take a trade, 5 minutes, 10 minutes into the trade, you are done, you hit your goal for the day, and you leave. You don't have to be there until 11 a.m. But this is the window that we make ourselves available for trading, okay? 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. What? Eastern Standard Time, very important. Why Eastern Standard Time? Eastern Standard Time is New York time. New York, and we are trading the US markets, New York. This is when the market opens. The New York market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now, if you, my friend, if you're in Timbuktu, you can go online to a converter, time converter, and convert your time, your local time. So if we saw that if you're in London, this might be around 2:30 p.m. Okay, that's just an example. If you're in London, you'll be taking your trades at 2:30 p.m. If you are in Rio de Janeiro, we saw it was what time? I think it was a 1 hour difference. Okay, we have Rodrigo's, one of our coaches is in Rio, is based in Rio. He's been with the Smart Wolf Club for many years. So 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Rio time is, you can just come here and convert that. Go to the good old Google, my friend. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It tells you right here. You can check EST to CST converter, EST to GMT converter. You can convert the time into GMT if you're comfortable with GMT. All right. But otherwise, you can just go and Google your city, wherever you're coming from. So if let's say you're coming from Rio, you can just say Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. There could be another Rio somewhere. Brazil is 2 hours ahead of EST. Okay, it says that. So 9:30 a.m. would be 11:30 in Rio. Okay, so they're just 2 hours ahead. So that means our folks, our members in Rio would be on their computers at 11:30 a.m., whereas those of our members who are in the Eastern Standard Time, who are in New York, Washington, D.C., the Eastern, in Florida, Miami, Florida, they would be trading at 9:30 a.m. Okay. Now, those who are in the Pacific side of United States, for example, they're 3 hours behind. That means at 6:30 a.m. Okay. So 6:30 a.m. they are on the computer. Tokyo, Japan. Okay. One of our coaches is in Tokyo. So if we go to Tokyo, what time will it be in Tokyo? Tajimoto is in Tokyo. All right, again, you can see Tokyo is, let's see, are they saying how many hours? What time is 9 a.m. in Tokyo? Okay, so it's 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Whoa, okay. So 9:30 a.m. would be 10:30 p.m. in Tokyo, okay. So Tajimoto is always trading at night, okay. When you guys are going to sleep, Tajimoto, I mean, when other people are sleeping in Tokyo, Tajimoto is on his computer. He's fired his computers. He's ready to take trades because that's the time the New York market opens for him. New York market opens at 10:30 p.m. Tokyo, Japan. Okay, they are way, way ahead of the Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's like what 13 hours, literally, yeah, 13 hours ahead. Okay, so there's a massive time difference. So if you're like in New Delhi, we have a lot of students from New Delhi. This is in India, my friend. And then we have one of our major coaches in Bombay, Mr. Singh. Again, they'll be trading at later, much, much later. You can see here, New Delhi to EST. Let's see what time it is. Just trying to make you guys understand that you have to be available for the best time to trade. Give yourself a chance to succeed. So India is about 9.5 hours ahead of EST. So when it is 12 a.m. EST, you can see what time that is in India. So you just add 9 hours and a half. So again, if it is 9:30, so we can say here, what time is it in, let's say Bombay, where our coach is, one of our coaches is. What time is it in Bombay when it is 9:30 a.m. EST? And it's going to tell you it's 7 p.m. Okay, so it is 7 p.m. Okay, so 7 p.m. in Mumbai. Okay, Maharashtra. Okay, Maharashtra. Excuse my pronunciation, guys. 7 p.m. So while people are going for dinner, you'll be up there doing your trades, and it doesn't take long. Okay, so you have a beautiful evening. You're taking trades. You're making money while everybody else is running to have their dinner, chapati, and rotis. You'll be busy trading. Okay, you fire up your computer and you start trading. So, guys, are we clear with the time? All right. So once you're clear with the time, you have decided this is going to be your time. And this is Monday every single day, guys, without failure. Monday to Friday. If you want to succeed, Monday to Friday. Now, does that mean you're going to take a trade every single day? Not necessarily, because some days you come to the market, as I said, and you're going to look at this, what is going on in the market, and you decide today it does not meet our strategy, our criteria. I do not see a probability of me making any money because maybe the market is crazy, it's extremely volatile, it's extremely unpredictable, it's not following any patterns. That might be a day you're not going to trade. However, that's why we have picked up to 5 stocks. If Tesla is acting weird, maybe Nvidia is acting okay. Maybe Apple is doing great. Maybe AMD is doing well. Maybe Google is doing well. Amazon stock is doing well. Or the Facebook stock is doing great. The big. Or QQQ is doing excellent. The S&P 500. So we could just be trading that. NASDAQ is doing great. So we'll be trading against the NASDAQ. Guys, you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this pattern right here. Look at this pattern. Look at that pattern. Look at that pattern. Look at that pattern. Look at these candles telling us a story. These are 1 minute candles. They're telling us a story. Right now you can see it is going up. Okay. So what do you do when you come in at 9:30? When you come in at 9:30, you're going to go to your chart, find the stocks that you want to look at. So you can open 5 charts. You're going to have the 5 stocks all open, and you're going to do the day. Okay. So you're going to come here and change the time to the day. Now I'm diving deep into the strategy now, and I'm going to be doing this every single time we meet until this becomes part of you. Okay. By the end of this training, you will be singing this. You'll be seeing this in your sleep. You'll be doing this in your sleep. Okay. So you can see this is today's candle right here. It is looking red at the moment. Okay. That means the sellers are really pushing the price down. But look at yesterday's candle. Something happened in the market. There was some beautiful news. There was some optimism. And the Tesla stock started from here, pumped up all the way up here. So it started from down here, which was 219, all the way to 270. Man, made money. People made lots of money, guys. See, those who took the long trade, they made tons of money. Guys, you can see that, right? The calls were doing great here. You can see, guys. The prices went, whew. Wow. All right, guys. So there you are. So what we do is we mark the previous day. So we just take a line, simple line, mark the high of the previous day. There we go. The top, I put green. And the bottom one here, I put red. Okay. So just for the ease of identification now, you can use whatever colors that you like, but I usually just put green for the top, red for the low. I marked the high for yesterday and the low for yesterday. Okay. And then I bring this to like 1 hour. I do the pre-market. Pre-market is normally between when the London, pre-market is like 4 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. That is pre-market. Okay. 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, whatever times I'm talking about here is Eastern Standard Time. So you can convert that into your local time. So 4 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. is the pre-market. Okay. So what you do is you're going to come here, and again, you're going to try to find those charts. So we will go back to we go back to the chart, and then we look at the time. So we can just put like, let's see, 1 hour. Okay, so we can look at the times. What time is it now? You can see this one here is, it actually tells you the time. 9:31 in the morning. And there is the first one. What time was this one? This was the closure last night. Okay. So it closed there yesterday. It closed there. And if we go further into the minutes, we're going to look at the, how comes we have a lot of lines? Let's remove some of these lines. Can we clear all the lines? Remove the drawings. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go back and go to the day. Yeah, you don't want so much lines on your chart. Clean it up. So we have the day. Squeeze this side. Always you can play around with the trading view. Is very simple to use because of the way they have designed it. Okay, so here our daily candle. This is the candle that we are interested about. This was the previous days. If you hold it like this, if you put your cursor right there at the bottom, you can see the date, and it tells you the date. So the day, that was the previous day, yesterday, Wednesday. Today is this one here. This is the today's candle, which is forming. It's not done yet. It's still in the working process. This was yesterday's, the day before, like that, like that. You can see that was Monday, Tuesday candle, Wednesday. This was Friday because the market is closed Saturday and Sunday. So we don't have a Sunday candle, but we do have this So yesterday's candle was a bullish candle. You can see massive green candle. Now, when there's such a big green candle, it shows that what? The bullish trend, right? There's literally a bullish trend going on here from yesterday. So we're going to bring that bullish momentum. We're going to put that there, and we can change this to green because we are marking the top and the bottom. Do we mark the week? Because I see people asking. Yes, I just mark the week too, because that was the highest point yesterday, and this is the lowest point yesterday. So this tells us a story. Okay, so now we are looking at today's market. Okay, so that was the daily. We already marked that. We're going to go down to the 1 minute. Okay, so again, you can see the line. This is the daily. Okay, so we can go back and see when we expand, it disappears out of the screen. Okay, so now, when did the market open? The market opened at 9:30. Oh, sorry. I think it's locked. Okay, okay, unlocked. Good. All right, so we are looking at the time the market opened is 9:30. You can see 9:30. Okay, 9:35, 9:31, because these are minute candles. Okay, so it's this one right here, 9:31. So this is our first candle this morning. You can see it actually went from there to here. So we're going to look for the first 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9:35 was here. So we're going to mark the highest and the lowest. Okay. So this was our lowest point right there. And this was our highest point. So again, we're going to do that here. Let's grab that. There we go. And then we're going to grab that. And this is our highest point. There we go. And we're going to change that to green. And we're going to change that's red. Okay. All right. So that's it. And the pre-market, you can see again, this is the first 5 minutes of the day. The first 5 minutes of the day give us a long story. They started from here, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And if you want to mark the 5th one, you can put a line here. It will show you it's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's this candle right there. Okay. So that candle was our 5th candle right there. So you can see we started big bearish, big drop here, a lot of sell-off. Then we had a little green candle, then a small red, and then small red one. Now this type of a candle, you can see it right here. It's this candle right here. Not necessarily a spinning top. Is it a spinning top? Kind of. You can see right there. Or more of a doji. Not really. More of a hammer. You can see. Inverted hammer. Yes. More of an inverted hammer. And what's the story behind a bullish, potential bullish reversal? No, it's this one here. It's a shooting star. So potential bearish reversal. You can see that type of a candle here. So, and you can see it starts going down, 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 down. So now what are we looking at? We are looking for a breakout and a retest. Breakout and a retest. So we want to see the candles breakout. One of these major lines that we have drawn. This is our day. This is the top of our day. This was the lowest of our previous day. And this is our 5 minute, and this is our 5 minutes. And looking at those two now, we are waiting for something that allows us to enter the market. So you can see here, they broke out this 5-minute thing. Okay, it broke out the 5 minutes. You can see it broke out the 5-minute here, broke out completely, came back, excuse me, retested it, and you can see it's still going down, went down, and it went down, and it went down. So what we could have done, okay, our trade would have been very simple. As soon as we broke this line, came back, retested it, and then went down here. Okay, you can see this is a candle that breaks, closes below this candle right here. This candle is of very important. This is where we actually break down. We break out this kind of support here. We broke the support there, which was the 5-minute, the low of the first 5 minutes. Okay, so we broke that. So that's the breakout. We wait for a retest. So it goes down, and they're all closing below the line, and then all over here, it comes back, touches that line here, it's still closing down, and now this candle here, you can see it comes back. It took a long time to really get in there. So there's a retest here, not very strong, because you can see the candles that are forming, and then it goes all the way, still trying to come back. So the buyers are still pushing this, still trying to come back, still trying to come back, and you can see it's just lying right here at this level here. So the buyers and sellers here are pushing each other. So there is a lot of liquidity below here, and there's liquidity above here. And you can see, if you expand this, you can now see them clearly. You can see this is where this candle actually closed. I think this one here actually closed below the line. And then we went back. The retest actually happened here. Okay, the candle came, touched that line, and then it went down. And now it decided to go back up, and now it's going down. So not much volatility in there. Okay, let's see if we can find another stock and see what happens. Let's do AMD. Let's see that one. And let's see what happened with AMD. That's one of the 5 stocks that we have. Today was a lesson on Tesla, but I'm just trying to give you a perspective of how different the markets can be. So if we do the day for AMD, we go back to the day so we can map up our chart. We do the day. There we go. This is it right here. Again, you can see yesterday, most stocks were green. The market was very optimistic yesterday. So this could be some announcements that were made. There was some compromise on the tariffs, and the market started recovering. And therefore, you can see they were all posting green candles, very positive. But then what happens today? You can see they're all now still. People were spooked, and now people are selling now. Okay, so you can see we are seeing it's like still there's a downward trend right here. Okay, so overall bias, you can see it's a downward trend, and we could see that with Tesla. If you put TSLA here, you could see that's exactly what was happening to our Tesla. Okay, it's still looking like a downward trend. Okay, our Tesla is going down. So if we go back to the 1 minute, you can see what's going on here with Tesla. We are just in here, like arranging. We are boxed in here. Retest, breakouts, retests. We are just boxed in here. Again, the most important thing is to learn how to mark your charts with very few lines so it's not confusing. This was Tesla yesterday, so we're going to put the top green, the bottom there, put red on the bottom. Okay, so that's red right there. Okay. And then we're going to do the minutes, and we're going to do the first 5 minutes of the day. So the first 5 minutes of the day are right here, 9:35. So it started here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 candles right there. This was 9:30, 9:31, 9:32, 9:33, 9:34, 9:35 right here. Okay, so we're going to have this line here. Okay, and we're going to expand this. So again, you can see this is our lowest point. So this is our lowest point. Let's put a line there. There we go, it's red. And our highest point is that one. That is our highest point, and we are going to mark it as green. There we go. Okay. So now when we look at the stock, you can see it started going down. It breaks through this right here. This is the breakout point. And it goes back, retests it, and then it starts going down. It starts going down. And now it's still going down. So if we are to enter the trade following our strategy, it would have been, this is the breakout. Okay, so we're going to wait for the retest. That's the retest. We're going to enter the trade here, and we're going to take a short sell. We're going to short the stock. So you're going to take your short position. Okay. You're going to come here. Where is the close of the candle that comes and retests? So it goes up, it retests, and it closes down here. So these are retesting. So we were going to enter there, and we do our 2R as usual. Okay, what would be our stop loss? Our stop loss could be the previous high, which is this one here. So we could send it all the way up there. That's our stop loss. And then our take profit here could be we want our take profit to be down there. Okay, so let's sorry guys, my internet is stuck, but the idea is to get our 2R level. So what we could do, we could target the previous day's low right here. We could target this low because there's a lot of money sitting down here. So I think they're all going to try to push it down there. So we could do that, and we could push this even further. We could have our stop loss there, and then we could have our take profit Let's see if we can allow this to draw the lines. Why is it not allowing me to push it all the way down? Because that's my goal, is to push it down. Stop there, but then go all the way down for our take profit, down here. Let's see, my computer is stuck completely here. Let's see if we can get this to work. Okay, let's remove that. Let's bring a fresh one and see if it works. All right, so we're starting from there. Doesn't. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's that one. And then I'm going to pull this guy up. Okay, so there we go. So you can see the risk to reward ratio is 3.97. So that means for every, let's say, so risk to reward ratio, RR, is equal to 1 to 3.97. Okay, so that means for every $100 that we risk, we're gonna make 3.97. Okay. So again, for those of you who have a bigger bag, if you're risking $1,000 per that trade, you're gonna make 3,970. Now, do we have a guarantee this is gonna happen? We don't have a guarantee, okay? Because the market can do whatever it wants, but following our strategy, that's the trade we're gonna take today. And that's the trade that the students took today, earlier today, and that's the trade that they are watching right now. So if you want to follow along, you can, and that's why we ask you guys to do the honorable thing. When we start going live with you guys at 9:30 a.m. in some of our lessons, future lessons, you will be ready to take the trades with our coaches, okay? Our coaches are doing this every single day in their groups, in their cohorts. Now, some of you want to be notified when we have these lessons. So what you do is, to be notified, just go over here where it says click and join the Smart Wolf Club. All you need is your name and email address. Okay, so keep away your credit cards. We are not selling you anything. I told you, this is free. We are giving back to the society, to the community. And then for those of you, because among all these people that join, we always find people that need extra coaching, hand holding. There are people who need somebody to show them what to do exactly, help them set up their charts, help them learn how to trade, how to identify the stocks, even how to maneuver the trading view, how to go through how to sign up for brokers, stock trading platforms. Some people don't know how to do that, because we're going to be going into that in our future lessons, where we're going to show you some signing live for some of the brokers. But some people need that help, hand holding, literally over the shoulder, Zoom calls, telephone calls, one-on-one. So that's our coaches, their time is extremely valuable. Okay, so if you need that type of help, you can join the master classes. Okay, those fill up really fast, I can tell you that. They fill up so quickly, and half of the time they are full. So you just go there. If it's full, put your name, your email address, and you'll be notified by the coaches when to join, enroll in the class. And once you get that opportunity, you have to move fast. Otherwise, they fill up so quickly. It's amazing to see how many people are wanting to learn how to make money online, and it makes us happy. Right now, we're looking for about 1,000 people this year that we're going to help. Now, the only way we can reach 1,000 people is with your help, guys. Make sure you share this type of training with people that you care about. subscribe to this channel. Okay, we want to grow the channel. The more subscribers we have, the more people we have watching our videos, our free training, the more people we're going to be able to reach, and the more people we're going to help in this society, in this community. We want to make the society a better place for everybody, for us and you. You're in it. Let's end this with a word of prayer. In the belief of the power Almighty, we pray that whoever is going to implement this training shall be successful. In the belief of the power, may the markets be good to us. May the markets be good to all our students, all our coaches. And I pray this in the belief of the power Almighty. Amen. Guys, it has been wonderful being with you. So that marks the end of our lesson 4. Lesson 5, we're going to jump into another stock. And then once we do 5 of those top stocks, we're going to jump into other detailed trainings, okay, pro training, because the idea is to take you from a beginner trader to a pro trader and to help you increase the probability of your trades being in the money all the time. Okay, we are tired of seeing people coming to us saying they keep losing, they've blown their accounts, they're frustrated, and we want to change that, and we're giving you this free training. Guys, take it seriously, even though it's free, because I know some people, when they see the word free, they think it is. No, we are giving back. We do this, our coaches do this every single day. They live in the trenches. Whatever they share is what they do. Okay, no cards hidden under the table. All the cards are on the table, guys. And with that, I'm going to end the trading. Make sure you understand lesson 1. What is trading? Okay, make sure you understand lesson 2. Okay, how to trade stocks for beginners, lesson 2. Make sure you understand lesson 3, which is, I'll let you find out. How do you find out? Go to our playlist right here. Free Pro Trading course. You'll see lesson 3, and this is lesson 4. There's going to be a lesson 5, a lesson 15, a lesson 1000, a lesson 2000. There's going to be many, many lessons to come, because we can split open the online mystery. It's been mysterious. We're going to go into digital marketing at some point. We're going to go into crypto. We are going into Forex. We are going into options. So just be part of the community, guys. And I say that in the belief that you are going to be a diligent student. You're going to learn, promise. You're going to learn, you're going to practice, and you're going to be successful. And I'll see you guys at the top. Have a nice day. Thank you.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything